What's up, guys? It's Marissa with Barely Keeping It Together, and today I'm going to share with you how to hack your space to look like the Studio McGee style for less money.
I'm Marissa. I'm a borderline crazy dog mom, a landlord, a DIYer, an interior design obsessed pop culture enthusiast, a real estate entrepreneur, and I'm simultaneously managing a long distance relationship while working full time. I'm the kind of woman who doesn't have the patience to get through this recording. So let's get into it. This is Barely Keeping It Together.
A lot of us know Studio McGee, Shea McGee, McGee & Co. And they have a very distinct and gorgeous home decor style. And if you have been following them at all, you know it ain't cheap, honey. That stuff is pricey. If you look at, let's rewind a little bit. Shea McGee and her husband, Sid, started doing interior design. They lived in California. They then realized that if they sold their home in California, moved to Utah for lower cost of living, that they were going to be able to invest some of their money back into their company. Well, it worked out really nicely for them, and they have blown up as like the interior designer. Everybody knows and loves their images on Instagram and Pinterest, and let me tell you, it is gorgeous, honey. I live for that style. It's light and bright. It is casual, but yet elevated and elegant, and it hits all the spots of what we're looking for. Oh, excuse me as I hit you, plant. Anyway, the other thing I want to say about it is it's interesting because there's no distinct name for their style. I think Shea has been quoted as saying something along the lines of, people ask me what my style is, and it's a mix of things. She has a lot of traditional elements, some contemporary elements. She also does coastal, she does boho, and she mixes it all together in this way that is just absolutely irresistible. But for us as consumers, it is extraordinarily hard to recreate that Studio McGee look because we don't even know what we're looking for in terms of a design style, because it is such an eclectic mix that has come together really nicely. So today I wanted to share with you ways that you can hack the Studio McGee style, some of the signature elements that she puts in her spaces that you can use in your space to get her look, but for a little less money. Before we get into it, I wanted to mention to you that I actually created this video because of a subscriber request. So if you have videos that you are specifically interested in getting, leave me a comment below and let me know what you're interested in. And also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Barely Keeping It Together. You can also find it linked below, and you can always message me on there. Tell me, we can chat. Tell me what you're thinking. Forgive me if I look down when recording. I do have notes here on my iPad so that I make sure I hit all of the points that I wanted to tell you about today. So first thing I want to mention is that Studio McGee uses a ton of light and bleached woods. And this is actually a project that you can DIY yourself. If you have a piece of wood furniture, you can actually strip and bleach it. I do plan on doing this in my new bedroom, so I'll give a tutorial video if you guys are interested. Leave me a comment below. Honestly, I'm gonna make the video anyway because there is a dark wood dresser that I have that I'm gonna bleach to sort of get that look anyway. But the idea is you can bleach or you can buy a bleached wood piece of furniture, which is really gonna give you that Studio McGee vibe. She also uses a lot of large vases, not as large as the vases that they use in the restoration hardware looks. So you're gonna look at like mid-size and large vases that you can get inexpensively, whether they are thrifting or at HomeGoods. Now, she does use some of the textural or Tuscan look, but that's honestly more of a restoration hardware vibe. You're going to look at more of like a matte kind of color, like maybe a light gray, a white, maybe a light blue are going to be really signature looks of that Studio McGee vibe. If you guys saw the video where I got the Pedestal bowl, that light gray without the texture is very much something that Studio McGee would have in their space. And I'll actually, just so you guys know, in general, I will link below items as close to the items that I can find online, so that you can, try to hack that style from Amazon Finds or Target or wherever it is that I find links that I think are super good Shea McGee looks. Now getting into that, she also uses a lot of textures and natural fibers. So although it's not my personal favorite look, she absolutely uses like the seagrass like she has in her Target line. If you saw that in my review of that collection, she uses a lot of jute rugs, which I love, very natural textures. And then as well, baskets that you can get at HomeGoods on Amazon, super inexpensively, that have those natural textures and fibers. Definitely keeps things light and airy. Another signature factor in the Studio McGee look is going to be the oversized table lamps. This is sort of the newer side of Studio McGee, and I'm gonna link some below. I found some really great ones on Amazon, but I would replace the lampshades to something white or a light cream, maybe even an oatmeal, but definitely not like a tan. She loves an oversized large table lamp. Then she loves also the, oh gosh, I am forgetting. Oh, it's the Empire lampshades that are the ones that go like this. If you saw my DIY lamp video, I'll link it below, but I use one of those there. But if you don't love the Empire shade, you definitely don't have to go that route. You can do something a little bit more contemporary and traditional, but the oversized table lamps is a signature key factor in the Studio McGee look as well. Her spaces are all super light and bright. So you're gonna see super light wall colors. I know my walls are super dark here. Consider that gone. I'm moving and I'm gonna have white walls. Yeah, baby. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't the best angle. Sorry. Anyway, oh, so she always has like light walls. And then if you look, a lot of times she does not have window coverings. So maybe either no window covering, a beautiful Roman shade blind, or then when she does do curtains, they're either white or a very light gray, light blue, those sorts of things. Keeps it very light and bright. And she uses a lot of linens in terms of texture of fabric. So if you can get linen curtains, linen Empire shades, those sorts of things, it's absolutely going to give you that Studio McGee look in your space. She also does very light or white couches and upholstery pieces. You will see light grays. Now, of course, Studio McGee has done some moody rooms with dark colors, etc., and they are gorgeous. The thing about Studio McGee is that they can do it all, but I'm just giving you sort of some hacks for that signature Studio McGee look. So if you want to go with like lighter couches, lighter, brighter upholstery pieces, it's going to give you that Studio McGee look. Now, if you are doing a little bit more like intense projects and not just shopping, there are a couple hacks that you could do there as well. So a lot of times you're going to see white walls and white ceilings, but she has signature beams that she shows. So if you guys already have beams on your ceiling, maybe you paint your whole ceiling white and leave the beams out. Or if you're building a space, having beams is definitely a signature that Shea uses in a lot of her spaces. Now, less of like a structural project per se. She also does a lot of painted muted cabinets. So let me get into exactly what I mean by that. And I'll also show you some examples on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. But oftentimes in the kitchens and bathrooms that Studio McGee makes, oh, and also, ooh, a laundry room. Honey, I absolutely love a done up laundry room. She uses very muted painted wood tones. So she might paint like a muted gray blue color on a kitchen cabinet, a bone kitchen cabinet. I love that, which is like sort of like a tan-ish. And she also does like sages. Think of like sages, blues, greens, bones, tans. Like these painted cabinets are just a signature look and they look really, really nice. So if you guys are like into a DIY project and you're going to paint cabinets yourself, you could totally dupe this look at home. Or if you are building or getting a new home, these are absolutely colors to look into if you're inspired by that Studio McGee look. Now, in terms of plants and greenery, your girl does not have a green thumb. Look at my dried plant here. But that being said, she loves a wispy greenery. So I don't see her using as many like huge, like for example, Restoration Hardware, like duping that look. A lot of times you're going to do like large, I'm trying to think of the word, not like a palm tree, but it's like large, like tropical trees. But she's more of like a wispy tree. So instead of a Restoration big tree, or she's not as much fiddle leaf fig. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe she does use fiddle leaf figs, but she uses more like olive plants, olive leaves, branches, maybe even something like this, to be honest with you. It's like more wispy and green. It has sort of this like whimsical feel. And nothing she does is too serious. All feels very light and bright. So I would go for plants like that rather than like the large tropical plants if you're trying to get the Studio McGee look. Let me see if there's anything else I had on here that I wanted to mention to you guys. Oh, and of course, I mean, I feel like we dabble on this topic all the time. She uses large down-filled pillows where you get that chop. So if you guys get oversized lamps, big down-filled textural light colored pillows, light colored furniture, maybe white walls, potentially a painted muted color cabinet, you're absolutely going to be able to dupe that Studio McGee look at whatever your budget is. So I mean, you could do this all at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Amazon, or you could step it up a notch and go to some higher end stores. But it allows you to sort of be the designer yourself, but get that Studio McGee look that it seems like everybody loves right now. All right, guys, that is all I had for you on how to hack or dupe that Studio McGee look in your own home without having to pay a designer yourself. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Did you guys have any comments or questions to elaborate on? Is there something that Shay or Studio McGee often does that I didn't note? I would love to hear about it below. And of course, if you guys have videos that you would like to request, comment below. That's how I got the idea for this video. Give me a like, give me a comment. Absolutely, please subscribe to my channel. And hey, check me out on Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together. I am trying to, be a little bit more present there, share some behind the scenes with you, chat with you. I've been messaging with a few of you and I absolutely love chatting with you. So stick around and I will chat with you soon. Bye, guys.